We're live. Welcome back to Cover to Cover. Tonight's album, Radiohead, Kid A. This is the last official episode of Cover to Cover, at least on my channel. Mastodon is going to hang it up. And before we get into it, I want to thank Hialeah specifically for joining me for the last 5 years. This freaking wild ride, and I also want to thank Boat and Jim for joining us for the last several years.
Thanks for having us, man. We really appreciate it. We had a great time.
This is a blast.
Make this an interesting, fun, conversational show about a topic that I'm pretty sure we all love. Music was always my second life, should I say. So it's been a fun thing to do. So
thank you. It grew out of just hanging out, right? And
yeah.
Been a blast. I think it's really 5 years.
Yeah. Five years next month.
Wow.
So we've been doing. Me and him been on board for what, 3?
No, 4.
3 or 4.
You came
4.
right on.
We were doing it about a year when.
Yeah, I think we came in season 2, right? Somewhere right around there.
Pretty much.
And the show just took off.
Yeah,
just took off once you guys came on.
Oh,
yeah,
shit!
Wow, dude, 5 years. 5 years. That's crazy. Wow. I think it was when Eddie Van Halen passed, right? That's almost.
Yeah, it was after we did that show on your channel.
Yeah, with Eddie Van Halen. Wow, with the passing. Oh, that's so cool. Awesome. So here we are.
Yeah,
Ending
end of the road.
5 years and 80 albums.
80.
Exactly 80.
That's
80,
dude, and there's still so many albums left.
It barely even hits the tip of the iceberg.
Nothing. There's still so many favorite albums of mine that are still left.
Well,
I'm sure there are.
The show. There's a good possibility the show might go on though.
Okay, we'll see. New channel, new bat time.
Yes, exactly. Literally.
Awesome. All right, let's.
Radiohead, Kid A, their 4th record. And when I was doing my research and thinking about that, for some reason I thought this album was released a lot earlier. I don't know. I was thinking it in my head, and then I started thinking about when it came out, and I thought, I don't know why I was thinking it was earlier, but it was released October 2nd, 2000. So I had just barely gotten into my freshman year of college.
Oh, wow.
When it was released. They recorded over a 16-month period between January of 99 and April of 2000. And they had no deadline. So they had a lot of time to play with, and a lot of
experimenting,
moving around to studios and so forth. So it was recorded. They recorded a Guillaume Tell in Paris, the medley in Copenhagen, Denmark, and their own studio in Oxfordshire, which was a studio built inside of a barn, which it's weird because I always had this vision. If I was going to build a studio, it would be in an old barn. I'd put, just to get that over that high volume, acoustic from the overhead and so forth. So I guess in some respect, a little bit like Abbey Road. Abbey Road's got that ginormous room that they recorded in. It was released on Parlophone in the UK and Capitol Records in the US. And produced by Nigel Godrich, who went on to produce the rest of Radiohead's catalog. But he also worked with a plethora of other people as either a producer or an engineer. Beck, Paul McCartney, REM, to name a few. And he was the engineer. He started out with his relationship was as the engineer on the Bends. And then the relationship gradually grew to him just being their producer. Kind of like the guy that produced all of Iron Maiden's record, that Smallwood.
Mhm.
Kind of the same type of relationship. He started out here, and then it just stayed that way.
George Martin, also the Beatles.
Yeah, that's another one. No singles at all produced on this. Very little media coverage.
No
More
music
market.
videos either, I don't think.
Yeah, no music videos.
Yeah, no single, no videos.
But what this record did do, and it was appropriate for the time that it was released, was they took advantage of the internet and things happening on the internet. And it did not hurt Lars. It did not hurt the record at all because it debuted at #1, and to date has sold over 4 million records. So take that as it is.
It was also a big follow-up album
Mm-hmm.
to OK Computer, so it was anticipated,
Yes, very highly anticipated.
highly anticipated. So it was 3 years after, I believe, OK Computer came out. So people, at least the fans, were highly anticipating this album. So yeah, people were waiting for it.
Besides the 4 million records sold, like, was there any consensus on what the fans thought of this album, considering it was a change from OK Computer? Since it was anticipated and they get it and put it in the CD player and say, this ain't Radiohead.
For me personally, I can't say that I'm a Radiohead fan, but for me, when it came out, I did not like it. My one friend had it, and I listened to it, and I was like, I get what they're doing, but I don't like it. It's not. And I've said this before. At the time, I was knee deep in new wave of British heavy metal, black metal, death metal. I was knee deep in all that stuff, so it wasn't my taste. Listening to it 25 years later, it's still not my taste. I can't explain it, but I get what they were doing. I get all the influences. I get all of that. All of it makes sense.
Either you're a Radiohead or you're not a Radiohead.
Mm-hmm.
There's no in between.
Yeah.
There's no in between. But yeah, I think people were expecting another OK Computer, and this was totally. See, I don't see it so different. I could see an OK Computer to what they were going to when this came out. So I loved it from the get-go.
It's the next step in the evolution of
exactly. It's like you could see it coming in OK Computer.
Right. If you listen to older albums, you can hear each level. And this being their fourth record, it makes sense.
Yeah.
See, I never heard. I've heard a little bit of OK Computer, like a little bit of the beginning of the album, but not like it was in a work environment, so I really wasn't hearing everything.
Paying attention to it, right?
So besides the song Creep, this was my first experience of Radiohead in period, because I never felt that I would be interested into Radiohead because it really wasn't my style, just by knowing from the Creep song. Because I mean, Creep was the only song that really got popular. And so 20 years later, 15, 20 years later, you don't hear nothing else out of the band. I'm like, well, that time has come and gone. You know, I don't think there's anything that I'm gonna like of them, so I never really bothered to
You should listen to the Bends. You would like the
dive
Bends.
in because I mean I'm always around people. Oh, I like Radiohead. You know, you guy I work with, he's a huge Radiohead fan.
Mm-hmm.
I said I'll give it a try. So
Listen to the Bends.
They've
The
definitely gotten bigger over time. Where now Radiohead's like almost as big as the Beatles are, and at least with young people. So I looked up. I was curious to see their like Spotify listen count,
Mm-hmm.
and their top 20 songs isn't under 100 million. Like they're
I think
hugely popular.
they're super popular, bro.
Yeah,
even now, because when I heard this album, I was
it's
surprised.
it's like college music.
Yeah, I was surprised to hear how many songs I knew off the
People
album.
are fanatics. It's bro. I heard this album. Our last show was 3 weeks ago, right? I probably listened to this album 20 times. I listened to songs, and in those 3 weeks, I listened to songs from this album, not the whole album continuously. Today, I listened to it twice, but just songs off this album. Optimistic, I hear that song almost every day. It's on all my playlists. Everything in its right place. And then all the other albums, except for their first album, which I don't like, and In Rainbows, which is probably everybody's second favorite album of theirs.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
makes
like
sense.
that. I don't like listening to that album because I was in a bad time for me, and it just brings me back to all those, that time, and it's like I don't need it. It's good songs, but it's weird because my kids love it because I used to listen to it back in the day, and it comes on, and it's like, let me just fast forward this song and this song and this song. I still enjoy the songs, but yeah, you're a fanatic, and Bo, you heard a lot of these songs before?
Yeah, just through being on the internet in general, just hearing these songs pop up in videos and on
There are a lot of
Instagram.
commercials. There's a lot of commercials. Everything in its right place is in a ton of stuff. Like end credit scenes, the beginning of movies, commercials. It's like Radiohead without knowing Radiohead.
Yeah, that's how if I listen to their albums, I would probably know half of all of them. And just have no idea
that you've heard it before.
Yeah.
And off of what you said, being in movies and commercials and stuff like that, that's exactly where I pictured this album being. Is in like romantic comedies or sad, sad romantic dramas.
Yeah.
And it just seemed like score music to me.
It's a lot, yeah. Well, Greenwood has done a ton of man, I can't remember what's the album. Both him and Tom York have done you guys know the movie There Will Be Blood?
Never seen it.
It won the Oscar. It's Daniel Day-Lewis won the Oscar for it. He plays Plainview. He plays an oil man, and Greenwood composed the music for that movie. So they do a lot of scores, the individual people in the band. So what was I gonna say? Oh my god, what was I gonna say?
A score?
No, I picked this album because it's not my favorite Radiohead album. The one that comes after is, but I knew you guys would really hate that album. So I was like, they're not gonna. If I put that one, this one has a chance. If I would have picked the Bends, you guys all would have liked it because it's all guitar driven. It's like when they were guitar, they were like after Creep, and then they did it's a fantastic album. The Bends. I know you'll like that one, but I didn't want to pick that one because that's not who they are anymore. So that's why I picked Kid A. It's one of my favorite albums.
It's funny. It's funny that you because the Amnesiac was recorded during the same sessions,
Right. It's
So
like
they-
this could have
so
been a double album.
which is something they had talked about doing.
Right.
Um,
Right.
But
I,
in hindsight, I can see why they didn't.
Yeah, it's two different
I didn't
albums.
like Amnesiac either. I
I
gave it a shot. I
love-
was like, I'm never
I-
going to listen to this album again.
I love Amnesiac, man. I love Amnesiac, but I know it's not for you got to be a Radiohead fan to love that one. But I guess you got to be a Radiohead fan to love Kid A too.
In fact,
Probably.
Amnesiac is the reason that I never listened to In Rainbows.
Really, you
Or
would like,
any
you know,
other
In
song.
Rainbow is if they
So-
got an uplifting album, it's In Rainbows. But it's just a dark time for me, so I really don't like listening to it. That one they released free, so you paid
Yeah,
what you wanted to pay for it, which was unheard of at the time.
I have heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did that, and it was crazy. They sold it in stores too, but when it first dropped, you could only download it for nothing, and if you wanted to pay, you could have paid whatever you want.
I downloaded it, but I never listened to it.
It's a good album.
Yeah.
You would like it. You would like that one. That one's very. It's not so depressing or down. It's got some upbeats. Do you guys have any favorite songs in this? I think every song is perfect.
I really
Everything
like
is in its right place.
Did you pull it up?
Well, I'll start off by saying that this song or this album is definitely depressing, and it's like a depressing score, like a sad drama,
I
romantic
think it's
drama.
gorgeous. I think it's gorgeous.
I listened to it probably 3.5 times,
Wow,
and it never got any better for me.
that's kind.
But it was rough the first couple times because it's like it seemed like this album took forever. Like
It was a painful.
it
I'm
was
surprised you
long.
listened to it 3 times.
Man, I one of the times I was doing dishes and I'm like talking about being miserable. You know, I'm already doing dishes and I got a soundtrack to it.
Jim, I did the same thing, and it was the first time I listened to it in 25 years, and I'm standing there doing dishes, and I'm like,
You guys don't got dishwashers?
man,
Yeah,
I'm
my
glad I'm not in a
dishwasher's
bad state right
it's
now.
been on hiatus right now.
It hurt to listen to it.
I'm having my dishwasher's down, so I've been hand washing everything.
Oh,
My favorites. I liked How to Disappear completely. That was great.
that is fantastic.
Everything in its right place was great. I think Optimistic is the high point though. That's
Optimistic is my favorite song on the album. I find myself listening to that the most. Idiotech,
What-
I freaking love.
Which one was the one with like the free jazz part? Was that National Anthem?
Yeah,
National Anthem is
had the horns in it. Had like
the horns, yeah.
trombones. I actually like that part of the song because it's like, wow, what's this? You know, and it was good. The orchestra part, the horn, and
It's like a French horn. I think it's an oboe. They use everything.
I really like that part because it kind of broke the monotony of the keyboards, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The
There's not a lot-
sad
don't know if
drawn out
there's-
because I don't know. Initially, I thought that my first thought of this album was not knowing the other albums of what they sound like. I thought this album was lazy. It sounded like it didn't need 5 people to make this album.
When we watched it, came off that way. Like it was an album that was made because it kind of had to be made because of OK Computer. And it seemed like no one in the band wanted to make it. At least that how that video was worded or the way
It was like their
was
last shot. They were gonna hang. They were talking about hanging it up.
It took them a year and a half to do it.
Everything that I heard on this album, it sounded like that it could have been made just by the singer, you know, playing the keyboards, playing a couple riffs, having a some
The coat.
horns come in, and then mixing it all and adding effects to the mixing it, everything. It just seemed like the same type of music like Trent Reznor would do. He would build the song on the computer and keyboards and stuff like that, and then sing to it. That's what this album sounded like to me. It was built on a keyboard and computer, and just added vocals to it. When we watched the video about the album, I'm like, damn, there was 5 guys that performed on this album. I'm like, I don't recall ever hearing drums. You can't really hear like a real guitar,
Towards the
They got
end,
two, they have 2 drummers.
Damn, Slipknot.
They got 2 drummers, but I think that came after. I think it was for In Rainbows when they added the second drummer, and they've had 2 drummers since. And Johnny Greenwood, he plays drums as well. It's on the song They're There. Dude, they come out with these giant like bass drums, and they're just hitting them like it's like a tribal. That song is fantastic. And in concert, it's like, oh shit, everybody just freaks out because they know when they bring out what song's coming. It's so good.
But at the same time, with my whole point or view of it, I have to also put myself back 25 years too. Music was different back then, especially when it was something different like this.
Well, this also had a lot of like electronic dance influence.
Yeah. They used a lot of some new instruments and some new techniques.
Yeah.
I know I was surprised, like when he actually sang, like when I actually heard a song where it was like somewhat singing going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, now we're working with something, but it didn't last long.
Yeah, very light lyrically.
Yes.
They were all mashed together. There were lyrics fragments and they were just mashed together. So it's very electronic in that sense, because there's not a lot of, if any, lyrics in electronic music. You should maybe listen to, the Bends and In Rainbows. I would say
that's part of one I'll listen to.
In Rainbows. I would think so. The other ones they've gone back to a lot of stuff like this. Like they got this in a harp-shaped moon. That's gorgeous, though. Freaking beautiful songs on that too. I love them, man. I've seen them so many times. Every time they come down, I see them. I saw. They do side projects, and they have this one band with York called Smile, and I went to go watch that. I wasn't a huge fan, but I enjoyed the concert just seeing him. People freaking love these people, bro. I mean, the people are giddy at the concerts. It's almost like, giddy.
Holy crap!
What?
Their last record was 2016.
Yeah, they're
I didn't
almost
realize
like
that.
they're almost like broken up. People are
Yeah.
wondering if they're ever going to get back together, but they still do a ton of side projects. They're still putting out music. There was this horror film that Tom York did, Suspiria or something.
Oh yeah.
He did the soundtrack. He did all the music for that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. They got that side band Smile. They also have another side band. I think it was called the Muck, that they did a few years back. They do solo stuff. They do soundtracks. So they're still all active. They just haven't gotten back together to do a tour or a new album or anything. But Radiohead were fanatics, bro. I listen to them more than every other band, probably combined. I listen to them more than anything. I adore them. I would vote for you, Jim. Listen to the Bends. You've heard a few other songs on there.
I'll give it a listen for sure.
I'm sure I've heard that whole album and not known it.
The Bends, 100%. You've heard at least 2 singles, because that one had a single. I can't remember the names of the songs, but that one's all guitar driven. It's their last guitar driven album. Then they get out into the not dance, but the electronic and everything else. And In Rainbows is a beautiful album. There's this one song, Weird Fishes, that everybody freaking loves. I'm really not a fan of the song, but I can see why people love it. I'm glad you guys listened to it. I'm glad it's the last song album on our show. Everything in its right place. I wore my paranoid Android. Yes. OK Computer. That's from OK Computer. Just in case you were wondering.
No.
I love them. I freaking love them, dude. I'm telling you, I listened to this album, I think, twice today. I listened to it this morning when I got up. I put it on in the house. I listened to it about an hour ago again. I just put it on. I gotta listen to it again. I never get tired of listening to them.
I must not, like I said, have been exposed or listened to enough of them to get it. But
It's okay.
I feel completely out of place with the world if that many people like them, and I'm not a big fan of them.
It's okay.
I'm missing something somewhere.
No, you're not. You're not into electronic music, so I could see you not being into this. So it's almost like they go almost hand in hand to what they became. You know?
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
like it's just, yeah. They're. You want to say how many? Where does Rolling? Go ahead.
You know what's impressive to me is that they got popular on their guitar-driven albums, and then completely changed it and got even more popular.
Bro, OK
which
Computer.
Is wild to me.
OK Computer was album of the year. This album is like considered one of the top albums of the 2000s.
Yeah.
And it's like in the top 20 all time or something like that. It's just not something you like, but people highly talk about this album.
When Rolling Stone redid their top 500, that they moved it into the top 20.
Yeah. And that was only a couple of years ago. I think it was in 23 they put it in. Yeah, I know.
They got younger people working at the Rolling Stone now.
That's true.
Maybe I think it's more of an electronic, people appreciating electronic music.
Yeah.
It's not all guitar driven. There's other things, you know,
which is fine. You know, I don't mind. Yeah. I don't mind something different. You know,
I know you don't.
You can't have. You can't have everything the same.
No, you became a Devo fan on this show, bro. Come on,
dude.
Of course.
Speaking of Devo, check out the documentary on Netflix. It is amazing.
I will. Amazing.
We finished that, and I listened to like every Devo album like 3 times. I love Devo.
We are Devo.
D-E-V-O.
I'm surprised you don't got the pots. You know, the red pots.
They're hard to find, but you
wait. They really?
You wait.
I'm sure you're gonna get.
I already got a yellow jumpsuit on my.
It's
call
coming
on Amazon.
It's coming. You just wait. If I have to make it, I will.
Dude, still one of the greatest covers. I can't get no satisfaction. I love their fucking cover. One of the best in my opinion.
You'll hear a little when you watch the documentary. You hear a little side story on that. They had to go to Mick Jagger and ask for permission to use it, and him listening to it.
Really?
Yeah, you'll see it when you watch it.
That's good.
It's good.
I freaking love that their version is fucking. I prefer it over the original.
They've done multiple covers, and every one of them are bangers, man.
Really?
Yeah.
They did Head Like a Hole. I think they did.
Really?
That. Yeah, because it's kind of like a full circle. Because Devo was the inspiration to Head Like a Hole. Then they covered the song.
Wow.
I think in the 90s or early 2000s. And it's
I've never heard that.
It's pretty good.
I know we're going off track, but
it's fine.
The Head Like a Hole in Devo. What's his name? Mark.
Yeah, Mark Motherball.
Motherball. Because he does scores and stuff too,
mm-hmm.
And I guess he did it was a commercial score for
Hawaiian Punch, I believe.
Hawaiian Punch, and the Hawaiian Punch score sounds just like Head Like a Hole, and years later, 9 Inch Nails comes out with Head Like a Hole. It sounds like.
Oh wow,
Devo's good.
Oh,
yeah, their little segment on SNL was great too. Which I had no idea they were on SNL. And
I don't remember.
They're in my top 5 favorite bands of all time.
Look at that. Look at that.
Love them, man. Thank you. Cover to cover.
For me, it's Nick Drake. Thank you, cover to cover, Nick Drake.
Yeah. Me, it's the Pixies. Thank you, cover to cover, for that album. that's like top 5 band all time for me.
The Pixies are amazing, bro. They're really fucking good.
That's what I'm gonna be rooting for.
That's who we're rooting for. I know Radiohead's gonna win already just because of this show, this episode.
Devo.
You don't get a chance.
We are Devo. But anyways, we digress. Let's talk about the album cover.
It's a painting, I believe.
I like what they did with
It's a cool cover.
the they made a textured painting to make it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was kind of neat.
I'm gonna get the tattoo of the bear. I think it's my next tattoo. I think I'm gonna get it on my thigh.
Do it.
The smiley bear. Definitely.
Is that share screen? Yes, share screen. God damn it! Oh,
I'm excited for you to now. I'm excited for you to hear the bends.
I'm gonna listen to it.
That album fits this.
It's a-
It's like a soundscape.
It fits it perfectly.
Yeah,
Iconic.
it's a soundscape. It's the dreaded woods, the mountains, an alien landscape.
It's pretty interesting. Like, you can interpret this a lot of ways.
A lot of ways, right?
The sideways paint strokes, whatever, kind of looks like it almost looks like a glass road or a glass,
Mm-hmm.
balcony that's going to the mountains.
Yeah.
Or it could be water, it could be icebergs.
Bro, this album is so good. My God, you guys just, I just love this album, dude. I love this band. My God, they're the sound. This is the soundtrack to my life. Is this band, bro? That's so sad. I just love this band, dude. Fuck. I love all their albums except one. The first
Yeah,
one.
they used that. It's called Artex. It's a material used for people doing like household painting to make textured walls and stuff like in their houses.
Oh yeah, you
Stucco
spray
or
it.
something like a stucco or
Yeah.
Like the popcorn.
I like that idea, and then Tom took pictures of it and manipulated it with Photoshop, which was probably pretty primitive back in 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine how limited that was.
Yeah.
And they talked about the spine, which I don't know if I can find an image of the spine of the album, but they said that the spine was of the album was influenced by a graphic novel by Alan Moore and Bill Sienkiewicz, which every once in a while on the show we found a comic book link.
Wow.
To music, and there's one of them. Brought to Light is the name of it. Now I want to seek that graphic novel out.
Could you find the back cover? I'm curious to see that.
Let's see.
I don't remember the back cover.
Back cover. It looks pretty simple. It's kind of more of that, but with the I don't know if we'll be able to see this or not. We're gonna try it because I clicked on the image and it freaking blew up. So it's more of like the front cover,
Yeah.
but with the title tracks and the big old UPC, which is kind of indicative of 2000. This almost looks like fields.
Yeah. Aerial view.
Yeah.
That's kind of maybe the other side of the mountains.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it. I like the cover.
What's your worst song?
I don't know.
I think Kid A.
They all sound the same.
I was scared to ask, but I'm not surprised by the answer.
You know how hard it was doing the dishes and trying to like, because you remember I told you the problem I have with Pandora, like it'll like let me listen to like 3/4 of an album, then it will shut off. Well, it did that in the middle of like doing dishes and working around the house. That I didn't know where to pick back up at because there's nothing in the songs that says, "Hey, this song sounds like, the national anthem," or nothing that says anything like that. So it's like I didn't know where to go back. So
I gave up.
I might have listened to it more than 3.5 times just for that reason alone, not knowing.
Goddamn YouTube Music will do that to me.
The thing
it'll
about
do it in the middle of a song. Are you still listening? Yes, I'm still freaking listening.
The thing about their albums is it almost sounds like one continuous thing.
Yes.
So even for me, it's hard sometimes, and I know, like I don't know half the names of their songs, but I know all the songs. If that makes sense, because they just flow into each other. It's just like you. That's just what it just flows into each other. Like even on this album, like Tree Fingers is just a slow, it's that's the real slow one. That with no words or anything, you can't take that song out because that song it flows into that, and then that flows into the next song. It's like everything is. It's like a wave almost, not a crazy wave, but it's a wave. It's like. So yes, I totally understand what you're saying because it's hard for me, and I love
song
it.
specifically, the one you're talking about,
Tree Finger.
I heard that one and I was like, "Holy crap! This influenced the guy who made all the Minecraft music because it is like to a T. Like this guy ripped that off."
I don't know Minecraft, but I could.
I'll try and find an example, and it is like, wow, that's Kid A music.
Yeah, I could see that. But. You can't take that song out of this album, and it's just a mindscape. It's a mindscape. It's just, yeah.
So what scenario or situation do you find yourself listening to this album? Because I can't imagine like getting ready for work or driving to work or coming home from work.
Yeah,
dude.
So it's like, when do you find yourself listening to a Kid A album?
All the time.
Like
I listen to this a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand like you put it on, if it's just you and your wife and stuff, and you're kind of talking after work or maybe having dinner, some wine, some cheese, have this in the background. I could see that.
I do that. I just put it on and it just plays.
Because it's like score music. It's score music, so it's like you can put it on and not just do it.
Yeah.
And just do other stuff and not even think about it.
This album to me flows better than all the other ones. Like OK Computer, there's this one song in the middle, like right after Karma Police, that I just skip it every time. But Amnesiac is really fucking depressing. The one that's the sister album to this, but it has fantastic songs in it that I freaking love. Not that they're I don't see them as depressing, but I could see somebody. Like I think the last time we had a show, my God, Pink Floyd and Beleaguered, I think said it. You must be depressed. I'm not. I'm an optimistic person. I'm not depressed. Everybody's depressed from time to time. Shit happens, right? But I don't get I don't listen to this and get down. I get up. I freaking like Optimistic brings me up. Everything in its right place brings me. I freaking love it. And I listen to remixes of other people that have done remixes to this, and I love most of the. There's this one remix of Everything in Its Right Place, and my kids know this is their kids' soundtrack. They know this shit because this is all I used to listen to, even more back then. And I put on the remix, and I didn't tell her what it was. And the minute it kicked in, she could tell what the remix was of Everything in Its Right Place, she was like, "Oh my God, that was amazing!" She appreciates it more than my boys, because my boys have moved on to other things, but they still. I put it on, or I go to their house and they'll put it on because they know that's what I like. So they'll put what I like on, and it's like, you don't have to put it on, but thank you. Because they just know. They just know. And I don't get depressed. I don't get down. I get up. I freaking love it. I think it's gorgeous. I think even the slow ones are gorgeous. There's songs I don't like, obviously, but there's some that it's just like, I can't listen to this without listening to this. It's weird. It's I guess I'm an addict of Radiohead. I'm an addict. Like I yesterday I asked my wife, do you know my 3 favorite bands? Because she's not into music at all. She picked out Pink Floyd right away and Jane's Addiction. And then she couldn't think of the third one. And I go, it must be in your head. And then I started going, you listen to it on the radio all the time. And I was a good 5 minutes until it clicked in. Radiohead. And it's like, fine. It was hilarious. You had to be there moment, but she just couldn't get it. But anyway, it's just what I listen to. It's like nobody even comments. They don't even comment anymore. You're listening to this again. I've already passed. They've passed that stage. They know not to say that. It is what it is. If you're gonna drive with me, you're probably gonna hear some Radiohead. It's just it's the sound. It's like my soundtrack. It's weird. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
You said
I'm
enough.
damaged.
We get it.
Huh?
You said enough. We get it.
Sorry.
That's your thing. That's your jam.
That's my jam, dude. Like,
No.
I like a lot of other things, but they're my jam. They're my jam.
The Talking Heads and the Bjork influence. As soon as I saw that mentioned, I thought that really makes sense. Mm-hmm. And I like the fact that that's one of their influences, the Talking, especially Remain in Light, because Remain in Light is a fantastic record.
And
it's not for it's nice. It's like this. It's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody.
Record.
I didn't get into the Talking Heads until I was older.
Yeah,
they weren't for me when I was younger.
Same here. Now
I love them.
I love them.
I love them now. I love them too. And Bjork was one of their contemporaries, because Bjork was out in the 90s, so she was a contemporary of them.
I remember Bjork.
Yeah, also like artsy pop music.
Yeah. Yeah, she started with the Sugar Cubes, and then she went on her own, and then she blew up even bigger. But yeah.
I just saw this thing. Screenings of the 1922 silent film Nosferatu set to Kid A are due to take place in the UK in October of this year.
Really?
That's fucking wild.
Yeah.
And it fits. Tree Finger fits.
I'm intrigued to actually like see something like that, just to see how it goes together.
I could see it going together perfectly.
Damn.
Gothic.
I might have to do some research on that and do that here now.
Wizard of Oz and set them up.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
All right. Thanks for listening to Radiohead. I'm glad it was
the
the last
fit
one.
well with like Metropolis.
Yes.
That'd be the movie to score it to.
You should go. You should watch There Will Be Blood too.
I wouldn't mind checking it out because I know Daniel Day-Lewis, man. He's an amazing actor.
He won the Oscar for that.
I've watched a lot of his movies.
Daniel Plainview is the character he plays.
Yeah.
He's gonna drink your milkshake.
There Will Be Blood. That's the name of it.
There will be blood.
Yeah.
There's no oh my god, what's the word? There's no nobody speaks for the first 30 minutes and it's riveting. Daniel Plainview.
Yeah.
2007.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I used to have it and I got rid of it. But yeah, it's a
I'm
really
going to
good
check
movie.
that out.
It's a movie you watch once and then you don't come back to it for a long time. But you're glad, you're happy you watched it. It's really fucking good acting. It's yeah, watch it. It's a good view. It's a slow movie though. Not it's kind of like a Hit A.
Slow burn.
It's a slow burn.
It is a slow movie. I agree with that.
It's very slow,
Yeah.
but it's really good. It's almost like you got to see you. It's hard to watch in one sitting. It's almost like you can break it up. Yeah, break it up in a half. It's long and break it up in a half, or it's long and it's slow.
2.5 hours long.
Yeah. And it feels 2.5 hours long.
Yeah.
Score Kid A with it.
You can. Well, but Johnny Greenwood, the guitarist, did the soundtrack. So yeah, you got a Radiohead connection.
Yeah, I never realized that. He did the score for that.
Yeah. And I don't know if they won anything for it, but I don't know.
I don't know. Reception, critical response, media.
I know the movie won the Oscar, and he won the Oscar for best performance.
Yeah. Yeah, it was his second. That was his second Oscar.
Yeah. Dude, that guy
he's been nominated several times, but
he should have won for freaking. Now we're going off topic, but he should have won for Gangs of New York.
Yeah.
For The Butcher.
Yeah.
Bill the Butcher. He should have won.
I wanted to see him in the Abraham Lincoln movie too.
You've never seen that?
He won for that.
I didn't see either.
He won. He won for that. He's fantastic. Mm-hmm. He's supposedly retired.
Yeah, he quit. He's like, I'm not going to act no more, and he just quit acting. But he just came back for another role.
He's coming up with a new movie. Yeah,
only because his son is directing the movie.
He's directing. Yeah. Shit. Yeah, I saw the preview for that. I think yesterday. Comes out like in October, maybe September.
I don't know. I can't find when it freaking what awards it won.
I know it won the Oscar.
Being fucking stubborn. That's another one of those listings. Oh, there we go. Accolades. Academy Award. Yep. It was nominated for Best Picture, Director, Actor, Screenplay, art direction, cinematography, film editing, and sound.
Jeez, everything.
Then it won cinematography and Best Actor.
It didn't win movie?
No.
Oh, I thought it had.
I'm not sure who won that year.
I thought it had won that.
Academy Awards 2008.
I think, what's the name of the director? Paul Thomas Anderson? Is that who it is?
Yeah.
I thought it had won. My bad. Maybe it's wishful thinking. I wanted it to win. It's a beautiful freaking movie. The cinematography is really good. Are we done? No more wheel to spin.
No more wheel to spin. That's
man.
it.
But we can talk about what real quick what next show is going to be, so people have an
Okay.
idea to come back for the grand finale, I guess you could
Ah,
say.
it lost in No Country for Old Men.
Okay.
That was a
Wanna
big
see
year.
That was a big year for that movie.
Yeah.
The Coen brothers. All right. Well, what's coming next?
Tell us, young
Nope.
man.
Soon for the absolute grand finale, the Viking funeral. We're going to do a 80 album battle royale to crown the #1 album over the 5 years out of 80. And we're gonna do a big bracket, and it's probably gonna be a long show.
We could break it
Probably
up, right?
Get pretty heated. There's probably a bit screaming, bit of yelling.
Can we break it up into like 2 episodes?
I don't know. We probably could do it early. Have like 5 hours.
I don't know. I think there's a lot. I think there's a lot that's will go quick as far as doing the
Okay.
brackets.
Okay.
Towards
Because
the
you
end,
got to
it'll get
think.
hard.
You got to think of like all like I mentioned before, all the one hit single albums we did, like Snow.
Yeah.
Bro, why is that the one that comes up? Because I was just thinking Informer.
Because we know it's your favorite.
That's the same thing I was thinking with Snow.
So I mean, there's going to be a lot of quick. There's going to be a lot of quick, or I'm saying, non-debated
Right.
choices. I guess. You
Right.
could say.
I
That ain't
I
gonna
can
go
see that.
nowhere.
I could see that.
So I think if we just make it a speedy decision on the brackets and do a quick topic or talk about why or whatever, then on to the next one. It should go.
Okay.
Go real easy.
There's 4 of us. Who's gonna be the tiebreaker? What's gonna be the tiebreaker? Let's say
think
there's two and two.
I think we mentioned Unruly. Have him.
Oh, that's right. That's
need
right.
them to call him.
Yeah.
We got okay.
We'll
We
just
got
have to tell. We'll have to tell them, hey, be on standby to,
We'll be waiting a month for this show.
or pick somebody who's another regular in the chat.
I think Unruly would be the best pick because he's kind of always lurking.
Yeah,
I think Unruly's perfect. Myself, I agree.
that was our first.
I remember that.
pick.
We'll have the
lifeline.
Yeah.
Unruly.
the elder high priest.
We'd have to do it. We got to check with him before we do it, so we know he's available.
Yeah,
Definitely.
could just call him at Walmart or something.
Yeah.
I set up a list of all of them, and I'm not able to send a PDF through
That's
Instagram,
fine.
which stinks. So I'm gonna have to do like a big thing.
You do it by email.
Yeah, but I went through probably last week and listened to some of the albums that I was kind of forgot about, or that I listened to not that much. So I re-listened to the LCD Sound System album.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to Informer again. That still is great. That song is still awesome. And one I listened to that was surprising how good it was, and I forgot, was the System of a Down album.
Oh yeah,
that was like a sleeper pick. So
I gotta listen to some albums as well.
When that album came out, man, I wish you could have been alive to hear how different and strange it was when that album dropped.
To everything else, right?
Yeah, to everything else, it was like, what is this? I love it. I remember where I was at when I first heard the album, and I'll never forget it. 'Cause I'm like, damn, what is that? That's amazing.
I bought that, and because Toxicity had just come out, I bought that and Toxicity at Circuit City.
Ooh, Circuit City.
We left.
Aging.
We let my buddies and I. We got back in the car and I popped the first record in, and that's what we listened to on the way home. And I was like,
You had to stop at Radio Shack and get another record needle.
yeah.
Yeah.
All the good old days. Had to get that RCA cable.
That RCA cable. At least it wasn't A-track, and I had to flip the fucking thing over in the middle of the song.
Pressing the knobs. Clack, clack.
But yeah, it's gonna be fun, and I guess there might be an announcement for a new channel.
Okay, sounds good. I'm waiting for it.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
We still don't know a name. We still don't know anything.
We'll have to.
We're going down to the wire.
Well, you know, we like doing stuff on the deadline, so we'll come up with something this week.
Stay tuned.
Or
Stay
next week.
tuned.
Within
All right.
a couple weeks.
You want to say goodbye, Donnie?
Yeah, and I still want to do the whole spotlight on our top 5 records and our top 5 guilty pleasure records, albums. Excuse me, albums.
I think for a setup, we should do a top 5 from the show and a top 5 in general.
No, I
Of
think it
just-
should all be from the show.
Okay.
What do you think? Yeah. Is that
Whatever.
what you're doing?
We could
Top
talk about
5
it. Yeah.
albums from the show and top 5 guilty pleasures from the show, right?
Oh, I was just thinking
Or
our
in
personal,
general. Oh,
personal
okay.
top 5, personal top
Okay.
5, personal, just as recommendations. Just
Okay.
as recommendations, just to throw out to
I was
whoever.
under the impression you were talking about from the show.
No.
Okay. Well, I know Devo's one of them for me.
Hello, Radiohead.
We are Devo. All right, guys.
All right. Thanks to anybody who watches on the rewind. Again, thank the 3 gentlemen on the panel with me.
Thank you, Donnie.
for
Thank you,
making
Jim.
this a fun show, fun discussion always. And
What are we taking off hats? Is that what
Thanks.
is that what we're doing?
Thank anybody.
We're pledging allegiance to the cover show.
Everybody who has made contributions, whether in the chat or
Came on a guest.
when we did the first wheel with all the people that
Yeah.
submitted albums or whatever to be done or whatever, and that's it. We'll see you next time. Get out there and listen to some music.
Peace.
See you guys.
Radiohead, everything in its